All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now Cam, option left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They turn to Kuhn on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Cam's going to run the option right, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And that play there, boy, almost looked like it was a video game and he didn't know what the pitch button was. Not very well executed.
Yeah, and if you don't know what it is, you better figure it out fast. I suggest knowing it before you actually run that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter. And they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Dancing to his left. And this one's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 3rd down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 13 yards that time at a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Incomplete. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And it's a fumble, and the Falcons grab it. A little track jump, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
They snap it to Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Newton now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high. And
he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with a football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now he'll escape to his left. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Gun!
On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of the business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
But this is a football game, right?
It is.
Now you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Again, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Cam's going to run the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Past the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Steps away to his left. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, let's go.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
12. 11.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, wait.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Newton on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here now come the Falcons. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Newton. They dump it off to Lynch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Lynch. Lynch busting free, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Cam's going to run the option right. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? On the ground, McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Third down here.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And that is incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Hey, get right there. Get right there. Get right there. That's rock now. Here's a fit. Ready? Ready? Let's go. Ready?
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cam's going to run the option right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson, the first of his career. Room here to run. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run with Lynch, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here's Newton now on second down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
McCaffrey. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th down, ball's at the 1-yard line. Do you go for it, or do you go ahead and kick a field goal? I think because you're going to end up giving a long field even if you don't score, I put my trust in my defense. I go for it and try and get the points.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set 180.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Touchdown. Oh, touchdown. Touchdown.
Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, gun!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. Let's go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gun. Do something.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Freeman again, a first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cam's going to run the option right. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Under pressure, and they got to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Gun!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing here, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano out to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Third and long. It's Ryan. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey.
The